All right, guys. Let's see. All right, guys. Welcome to another mock draft. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, this is a auction draft we're doing on League Tycoon. That's the platform. We're just gonna do just a regular auction mock draft today, and yeah, the salary cap is gonna be 250. We've got a bunch of starting positions over here. We're gonna do it super flex in this one, with 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, a tight end, 2 flex spots. So we'll get this started. Oh, okay. You know what? I guess no one came in. Let's change that. All right. Let's see how many people are in here. All right, there we go. Okay, Williams in here. That's good. So Jameer's already going to go for 30. Okay. Okay, perfect. Is the audio working? Can someone let me know? Okay, Gibbs already going for 59. 62. Yeah, I have a feeling Gibbs is going to go for quite a big price. Yeah. No, I still can't get behind that, spending over 20% on a player, especially over 25%. It's just gonna hurt the rest of your roster. Like, I know these guys an elite player, but going over 20-25% is just, it's wild for me. Like, I don't think any player is really worth that. But I know it's a common strategy. Just it's not something I can get behind. So we'll see who's next up on the clock. Jameer at 66 is pretty expensive. All right, we got Bijan up next. So he's gonna go expensive. We'll just put him already at. There we go. Let's see if William goes after him. Of course, there we go. I know he likes him. Yeah, already at 55. That's a little much for me. Uh, 55. That's man, that's a hell of a deal compared to 66 for Jameer Gibbs. I'll tell you that. So William got a good deal for that one. Like, I've been seeing like Bijan go anywhere from 45 to 65 as well. Actually, up to 70. Up to 70. I've seen, I think, once or twice. Same thing with Gibbs. So it's not something crazy uncommon, but it's just too expensive for my blood. I'll never pay that much for a player. All right, now we got Jamar Chase going. Yeah, okay, there we go. $40. That's pretty much where he's gonna have to go. $46. Yeah. Same thing with Jamar Chase, man. I've seen him go as low as, I think, 39 in one startup, but he's also been going as high as 50, 51, I think was the highest I saw him go at. So at 49, this is pretty much at the top of his range that I've been seeing him go for. He's a number 1 wide receiver, so it's kind of, I guess, where he's going to be going at. But see, once he got past 50, there's no way I would go past 50 on him. I think there's better deals you can get later on with some other wide receivers. Like, obviously you won't get the upside of Chase, but spending that much of your budget, it's wild. Yo, what's up, Leatherface? It's nice to see you in the chat. Yeah, let's see who Bill. Okay, Bill's putting Ashton Genty up there. So we'll start bidding. Genty's he usually goes for quite a bit too. Let's put him up to 30 to start. Oh, there we go. Flynn put him up to 25. I'll put him at 30. Now, Genty's been going for in between 30. I think the highest I saw him go for was 41. I think he's worthy of something in the low 30s. Going past 40, he hasn't proven anything yet. I understand his situation is good, but I have a hard time paying up for someone who I haven't seen anything yet. So I go 41. Look, I've seen him go for more than that, but that's at the top of his range. So that's not terrible, I guess, but definitely not something I would do. No, caps 255, Matt. It's just it keeps $1 for all the positions, so you have $233 to spend. All right, now we got Puka. Puka went super cheap in the last one. In the high rollers, he went for $33. I can't believe he went that cheap because he's been going for $50, 40, like in between $40 and $50 consistently in all the other ones. So the fact that he went for $33 in the high roller was kind of mind blowing. Had I not already won Justin Jefferson, I probably would have bid on him, but I already had a number one wide receiver, so I just let it go. And then by the time I checked, because I was certain someone else was going to bid on him, and then I just logged on and saw that he was awarded at $33, and I couldn't believe that. All right, Goldie's on the clock now, so William is already spent over 60% of his salary, so I'm curious to see how he's going to fill the rest of his team. Right, now we got Amon Ra going. I know Token's going to be going on this one. All right, there we go. $42, 45, man. Yo, Amon Ra is getting expensive, man. This is pretty high. I usually don't see Amon Ra go for this price. He usually is in the high 30s, low 40s. The fact that he got up to 51 is pretty nuts. All right, now we got Rick on the clock. All right, Christian McCaffrey. From what I'm understanding, man, this guy's gonna be full go. Like, I don't think they're gonna. I know I heard some rumblings that they're gonna limit his touches, but I don't think so, man. I think they're gonna ride this guy till the wheels fall off. And if he plays all 17 games, he's gonna finish number 1 and number 2 at running back. It's just that's what he does. It's either he finishes top 2 or he gets injured halfway or at the beginning of the year, and then obviously he's a wasted pick at that point. But if he stays healthy, man, this guy is a league winner. So like he's one of the players that deserves a 20 to 25% cap hit just because he's done it consistently. At $50, I think I'm gonna bow out, but he's definitely worth, I think, 50. All right, so there you go. Rick gets McCaffrey at 50. Now we got Ryan on the clock. We'll see who he nominates. He's already got Gibbs. All right, let's see here. Okay, we got JSN going. I guess that was an auto pick. So we got, all right, he's going to go for a decent amount. I think in the high rollers, he ended up going for $39, if I remember correctly. And he's been consistently in the high 30s to low 40s. I don't think I've seen him hit 50 yet. So this is a little expensive for JSN. It's too much, I think, for him. Like, the only player that would even be close to worth that, I think, would be Jamar Chase and maybe Puka. But JSN, look, he had one great year. I'm not going to take that away from him. Holy crap, I think Bomb Squad messed up and put 193. Oh, man. I'm curious. Maybe I should undo that one because I'm pretty sure that was... he did not mean to do that. I think I'm probably going to undo that one. I'm gonna undo it. Well, if he really wants him, he'll bid him again. Here, I'll put Josh Allen up for bid. We'll see what happens. If you really wanted him at 193, then I'll let him bid 193 again. Okay, there we go. That's he at 40. I'm pretty sure he made a mistake there. Yeah, Goldie, I'm pretty sure that was a mistake. There's no way he was going to spend his entire cap on Josh Allen. All right, this makes more sense what he's going for right now. He's going to go in the 50s. Maybe he reaches 60. Allen in this type of format is really strong. It's a 0.5 per completion, so quarterbacks are extremely valuable in this format. So him going like for $60 would be like pretty much the borderline of what he should go for, and it looks like he's gonna hit that. Yeah, Token's already got him at 60, so he's definitely gonna at least go for 60. Maybe he gets up to 65. If Vinny was here, he'd probably go up to 70. All right, there you go. Goes for 60. I'm not sure if Trevor's here yet. I know I saw him in the chat there, but I don't know if he's here. It looks like he's going to just do an auto pick. All right, we got JT. So let's see here. JT's going to go for at least 30. He's one of the top 5 running backs. So there we go. Rick put him up. Yeah, there we go. Bomb squad up to 35. He's been going like on average. He's been going high 30s. I think low 40s is acceptable, but anything like a past 45, I think is too much for JT because he just doesn't have enough receiving upside. Rushing wise, he's fine. Touchdown wise, he's good, but he just doesn't have the receiving chops to like justify like a high price like these other running backs. Yeah, so he's gonna go for 43. Don't get me wrong, that's a really strong running back duo that Bomb Squad got there, but he really paid up for them. Let's see what Steven nominates right now. All right, Jeremiah Love. If Tommy was here, $45 instantly. We'll see what he actually goes for. Because Jeremiah Love, too, has been going extremely high in startups. I guess it's because of his age, and we've been doing contract leagues, so it makes sense to try to lock him up long term. And with such high draft capital, I guess people are just willing to make that bet that he's going to be that good. So he's been consistently going over $40, which I think is a little crazy since he hasn't even played it down yet. But I guess I can kind of understand that. But realistically, I think he should be going in like the low 30s, maybe mid 30s. But going for like $41, $45, I think is a little much, especially since we haven't even seen him play it down yet. And from what I'm reading in camp right now, that Tyler Algier is the one starting, and Jeremiah Love is playing second fiddle to him at the moment. I'm sure that'll change, but maybe not this year. Maybe it'll happen next year or like really late in the season. So let's see. 33. I think that's appropriate. I'm sure he's gonna get to 40. People are gonna bid him up, but 34. Okay, there we go. That's actually a decent price. Still a little high for me. There's still some other good running backs out there that I'd rather have. Yeah. So we'll see who Token puts up right now. James Cook. Yeah, that's his boy. I'm sure he's going to go high on him. James Cook, too, man. He's been consistently going pretty high, like in the 40s. Like, I've seen him go for like 31, 32 a couple of times, but he's been consistently going in the low 40s, which I think is a little much. Like, I'm kind of a James Cook hater, but I understand the situation he's in. He's more or less the lead back on a high-powered offense. He's been getting a lot of touchdowns the last couple of years, so that's why he's, I think, going so high. Is just because if he doesn't get those touchdowns, man, like, I just don't see him worth it. What did he have? He had 16 and 12. See, 232 is more or less the season I would expect out of him, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If he gets over 10 touchdowns, he'll be worth 40. Yeah, he'd have to get over 10 touchdowns for him to be worth 46, which is very entirely possible, obviously. But with Josh Allen there vulturing these type of like goal line looks, it's just too risky for me to pay up for him. All right, now we got JJ. I'm expecting a big bounce back from Justin Jefferson this year. I think Kyler's decent enough to get him the ball. O'Connell's gonna, scheme some stuff up. It's just, but even there's reports that JJ might actually win the starting job outright as well, man. Apparently he's looking really good at camp. So that's going to be a interesting quarterback battle. I don't know. What do you guys think JJ is going to start, or it's going to be Kyler? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Who do you think is going to start? I think it makes sense that they put Kyler in, but you never know. Maybe they did draft JJ. Well, he was I think the 8th overall pick. So that's really high draft capital. So I don't think they're just going to abandon him either. So 45. That's expensive for Justin Jefferson, but I think it's okay. Now we got Achan going. Another player who's got tremendous upside, but now he's got in a completely new situation. New offensive coordinator, new coach, new quarterback. I'm curious. I don't know. Yeah, you think Kyler's going to start, Matt? Yeah, probably. At least, yeah, they'll probably let him start, and if he really doesn't do well, then maybe they put JJ back in. Divination at 44, that's a little much for me, man. For me, he's got to be in the mid-30s for me to go on him. Let's see who Goldie nominates. Brock Bowers. Bowers went for a ridiculous $39 in the last one. I just don't see any tight end being worth $39. Like, going over 30 is a little crazy for me. Like, I understand he's a positional advantage, but that's a lot of salary cap on a tight end. Like, I think right now, look at Bomb Squad at 30. I think that's the max he should go for. If he goes more than that, then it's just it's too much salary for a tight end. And there we go. Bill wants him. All right, Bill's gonna get him 31. Okay. Oh no, Bomb Squad in with a late bid at 32. Let's see if Bill goes again. No, all right. 32 to Bomb Squad. Well, don't get me wrong, man. That's a pretty strong looking team right now. He's got Ashton Genty, Jonathan Taylor, Brock Bowers. It's looking pretty good. I won't lie. Let's see if I could. I'm gonna shrink this. Oops. There we go. Get that there so we can see more of the teams. CD Lamb up right now. 35 I think is pretty good. I'm not too like I think once he gets to 40 that might be a little much. He's getting a little older. George Pickens there taking a lot of his looks, his targets. We'll see what happens. Like, I still like CeeDee Lamb as the #1 wide receiver on Dallas, but he's not gonna finish as the wide receiver 1 like he did a few years ago. What did he go for? 37. Okay, that's not terrible. It's still a little high for me, but if he went for like 32, 33, I think it would have been better. But I guess 37 is not so bad. All right, let's see who Ryan goes with. Okay, Hampton. Hampton, I know, is going to go for a lot, especially in a contract league. I know in pretty much all the startups, he's been going for almost $40. He's got the upside. He's got the offense. He's got the coordinator. He's got everything going for him. Yeah, so Williams already putting him up to 40. There we go, 40. Yeah, 40. Okay. That's pretty much, I guess, what he has to go for. It's high. Maybe I should have bid on him, but I still think there's a lot of good value running backs left. So for me, I'm gonna tend to avoid these guys. I'll go more for the value guys. Trey McBride, okay, him too. If he gets to 30, that's gonna be the max he can go for in my mind. So Bowers went for 32. Trey McBride's at 31. Like, McBride can go for more than Bowers. Like, it's pick your poison at that point. All right. So whose turn is it now? It's on me on the clock. Okay. Let's go with Kenneth Walker. Walker's going to be an interesting player this year. I understand his position. He's going to be the bell cow most likely, get plenty of opportunities on a pretty good offense. I'm just worried about his injury. Like, the guy rarely finishes a season intact. He's usually missing 3-4 games. We'll see if he's able to stay healthy. Because if he does, if he can stay healthy for an entire year, he can easily finish as a top 5 running back this year. But if he misses 3-4 games, he can easily finish outside the top 12. Oh, okay, I was about to bid on him, but I missed that. Okay, whatever. 29, I think that's a pretty good price actually for Walker. He's been consistently going over 35, so for him to go to 29, that's a pretty good bargain deal right now. Steven's team's not looking bad, man. Not looking bad at all. Next up, we got Barkley. Now, Barkley's going to have a bounce back. I know he's a little older now. I think he's 29, but I think they're just going to funnel him the ball. He's been going for what? Like, usually the low 30s, high 20s, especially like on 1 or 2 year deals. So, and I think that's pretty much appropriate for him, just because of his age for a contract league aspect. Obviously, just in a regular auction, you could probably spend a little bit more on him. Like 35 is probably that's probably the best price for him, around 35. But yeah, he's gonna go a little bit more for sure. Okay, Bomb Squad's going after him for one of it. I'm gonna go for him. Yeah, if I can go under 40, I think 40 is gonna be a good price for him. 41. I don't know. Do I keep going? Looking at these other prices. Go one more. Let's see if I get him. Oh, it looks like I might get him. Alright, I got him. Oh no, last second bid. Okay, alright, I'm gonna let him go for 43. There's still some good running backs out there. Alright, Myers on the clock. Let's see who he nominates. Malik Neighbors. This is I don't know what to do with Neighbors, man. The fact that he's practicing full right now, didn't start on the pup list, is pretty mind-boggling. I was sure this guy was going to start the pup list to start the season. The fact that he's not on the pup list for training camp is pretty big news. Every video I've seen, he's looked really good, like almost no limitations, but there's no contact yet, so maybe that's why. But man, if this guy can bounce back, man, especially from that injury, then this guy can be a steal. I know he's been going for like in the low 30s in pretty much all the startups, if not like high 20s, which is a great deal. Let's see what he goes for. Yeah, like 36. That's a little too much for me. I'm still worried about the injury. Like it's hard to come back from like a nasty injury like that. So at 38, I can't pull the trigger on that. We'll let Matt take him at 38. The upside's there, but it's too much of an injury risk. All right, let's see who Matt nominates now. Still lots of good players, man. Like lots and lots of good players. So far, me, Goldie, Trevor, and Bill have no one. Let's go 20 on him. Drake London's a player that I personally like. I think he's young. He's the number one. He's got a big target share. I still, regardless of who's quarterback, I still kind of trust it. Like, he's their best and only option pretty much. Like, I know Pitts is there and he signed a nice extension, but I still think Drake London's going to be the alpha. He's going to be the target hog. But now he's going for, the past $35. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll go 36, but I think I'm going to let him go after that. Oh, and bomb squad coming in again. All right, I'll let him go. Let him go. There's still a bunch of good wide receivers out there. Oh yeah, plenty of good guys left. All right, we'll see who Bill puts up. Drake May. He's gonna go for a lot. I know a lot of people love May. He's not my type of guy, but like he had a good year. What can I can't really hate on the guy that much. You know, like almost 4,400 yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. It's a good year. He's probably just gonna get a little bit better, especially with AJ Brown coming in. Okay, I'm definitely not letting him go for under 35. That's for sure. I'll take him as my quarterback, absolutely. Let's go to 35. Just make it, because if he goes over 35, then I'll let him go. But I don't think I can't let him go for under 35. He's a starting quarterback, an ascending quarterback. Okay, if I take him at 35, perfect. Okay, there we go. Now we got William on the clock. We'll see who he nominates. He's pretty much spent all his money on these guys. Mind you, those 4 players are ridiculously good. So just with these 4 players alone, you could win a bunch of weeks if this was an actual league. Lamar's going to have another good year, I think. If he goes, we'll put him up to 30. This is another quarterback that should never go under 35, especially in this format. See if I get him for 32. Like if I get 2 quarterbacks, these 2 quarterbacks at these prices, I'm happy with that, man. Yeah, he's my super flex. Perfect. I'm set a quarterback. Decent prices. If Allen's going for 60 and I'm able to get Drake May for 35 and then Lamar for what I got him for 32, yeah, I'll take that all day. All right, now we got Chase Brown. He's on a contract year, so that's usually bodes well for these type of players because they're gonna want to produce to try to get paid. So he's definitely gonna be worth a bit of money. I can see him, like, he's been consistently going for $25, $30 in pretty much all the startups that we've done so far this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went for that right now. Like 21 is a little low. Like he'll probably end up going for something like 30, which I think is probably where he needs to be. Bengals is a high-powered offense. Joe Burrow does passes to hit, like dump off passes galore, so he's got a lot of receiving upside. I'd bring him up to 30. Okay, I'm gonna go 30. If he goes higher than that, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to let him go. Still a bunch of good running backs out there. Yeah, there we go. He's going up now. We got Bill. Bill got in on the fray. Okay, let's see. All right, now we got Rick on the clock. Let's see how Rick does. Rick's team ain't bad. Trey McBride, Jefferson, McCaffrey, Achane. That's pretty solid. Spent most of his money up already. Most guys have already spent a lot of the money, but that's there's a lot of people that use that strategy. I like to like wait a bit and get the value, but maybe like nab an elite player or 2 here or there. But all right, let's see what George Pickens goes for. He's been consistently going for 25. So let's see if I can get him for 25. Okay, there we go. He's going to go for 26. I'll go 27. Ooh. Okay, let's go 29. If he goes for 30, okay, I'll let him go for 30. I think 30 is a little too much. 30 is a little too much. All right, now we got Ryan on the clock. Tyler Warren. All right, let's go. Let's see. Is Trevor not in there? What's going on? Let's check this out. All right, Warren at 20. Oof, this is pretty much the top of his range. Like, yeah, 25 is too much. I can't go that much. All right, let's see. Okay, we got Bomb Squad. So he ended up going for 28. Yeah, that's a little much. Like I like Warren. Don't get me wrong. I think he's gonna have a really good year. He's gonna be a top 5 tight end this year. But I think 28's a little much for the tight end position. Let's go. Derrick Henry. He's my guy, man. I think he's gonna have another good year. I'm gonna keep betting on this guy till the wheels fall off because he's just that good. And 25. Oh, couldn't let me have him for 25. I had to put me up to that. All right, let's go. All right, let's see if I can get him for 32. There we go. All right, I'll take Derrick Henry at 32. It's a little more than I wanted to pay for him, but for this guy can easily finish as the RB1 this year. He has so much volume, so much big touchdown potential. All right, it's my turn. Let's go for Henderson. Henderson, I think, is going to have a really big year this year. I think they're going to just go away from Ramondre a little bit. Like, obviously, he's still going to be very, very involved in the offense, but I think Trevion's going to take the majority of the work, especially the high-value touches. Like, he'll be the red zone guy unless it's, like, the 5-yard line, but, like, if they're, like, at the 10, the 15, it's going to be Henderson, and Ramondre will come in at the 5-yard line. This guy can break big touchdowns. He'll be the receiving back. Even though Ramondre's shown that he can easily handle receiving work, I think Henderson's the better player for it. And $23, I think that's a screaming deal for Henderson. Very happy with that. Stack him with Drake May. Goldie, you still there, man? I saw you in the chat before, but you haven't won a single player. Maybe he lost connection or something. All right, let's see. We got AJ Brown. Let's see what he'll go for. He's gonna have a big year, I think. You don't trade for him not to use him. I think he's gonna have. You can easily finish top 10. Oh, bomb squad going in 22 last second. Let's see if I can get him for 26. I don't know if I want to go more. I'll go, okay, if he goes for 30, then I think I'm going to let him go, but let's see if I get him for 29. All right, nice. All right, so there we go. That's going to be a nice double stack with Drake May. I'm happy with that. See who Steven nominates now. Ooh, and he's definitely going to be going for Dak Prescott. He's got the double Cowboys wide receiver there. There we go, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's, man, he's going to have a big year if he stays healthy. How old is he now? 29? Oh, man, he's not even 30 yet? Man, this guy's in his prime. He's going to have a monster year this year if they can all stay healthy. If he goes for under 40, that's criminal. He should definitely go for at least 40. Who ended up getting Chase? William? Yeah, I don't think he's going to have enough money to take him. Oh, Token gets a good deal. Did he just get an Allen and Burrow connection? That's pretty solid, man. Pretty solid. All right, now we got Kyron coming up. Kyron's one of those players. I don't know, I like him, but I'm just worried about quorum. I think it's going to be kind of like I know that everyone's saying it's going to be like a 50-50 split. I think it's going to be more of a 60-40. Kyron has the contract, and I think McVay likes him more. Like, they're going to use quorum, definitely, but I still think they're going to use Kyron quite a bit. And I think Kyron's going to get most of the value touches. I think Quorum will be the inside the 5 guy, and then Kyron will be outside of the 5. He's still young, man. I think he's like 20. He's 25 years old, man. So the guy's entering his prime. He signed a big contract. Like, if he goes for under $25, I think that's a good deal. But then over 25, then maybe not, because then I still think Quorum's going to do well. So at 25, I'm going to let him go for $25. I think that's pretty much would be my cap on him. All right, let's see who Bill puts up now. Jaden Daniels. This is, oh, man. We'll see how he does. This guy has all the potential in the world. He's got one of the nicest deep ball throws I've seen in a long time. It's just, can he stay healthy is going to be the big question. The guy is just, his build is so slender that, like, if a defensive lineman falls on him, he can easily just break a rib and then he'll be out for weeks. The fact that he came back from that elbow injury last year was wild in itself. He obviously didn't look like himself at all when he came back I think he was back for like a game or two. And hopefully he bulked up a bit during the offseason. He got himself healthy because he's got all the talent in the world. And going for $21, that's a hell of a price. Okay, now there we go. He's going for a bit more. Because under $30, I think, is a hell of a deal. If Steven gets him for 25, I think that's pretty good, man. But I think it's because most people are out of money. I know Bill's got some cash still, but everyone else has pretty much spent their money except for Goldie and Trevor. I think Goldie lost connection because he's in the chat before talking up, and then now he's just gone. I think Trevor just completely forgot, even though I messaged him. Yeah, man, I know. I realized you even asked if it was full, like not even an hour ago. Yeah. All right, we got Nico. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna let him go for that much. Yeah, Nico needs to be over $20, absolutely. Anything under 20 is way too low. Like, he should probably be closer to 25 would be his appropriate price. Just because I don't think Stroud's an elite quarterback right now, and I think Nico's ceiling is capped because of him. But and I think he's a little older now. What old is he now? 27. Actually, that's not bad. He's entering his prime, so Nico can actually do pretty well. Okay, let's go 24. Let's see if I get him for 24, I'll be happy. If he goes for 25, I'll let him go. All right. He's gonna go to Bill. Still plenty of good players out there. Look at that. Oh yeah. All right, Goldie's on the clock. We're just gonna have to let this expire. I think Ryan's still got a decent amount of money. His team's good, man. He's got two solid running backs. Bomb squad's looking pretty good, actually. Barkley in the flex is pretty freaking strong. He's got an elite wide receiver, an elite tight end. Quarterbacks, he's gonna have to pick up who's left, but they're gonna get value deals at the end. So it's a very viable strategy. Rick's team's looking not bad. I actually like it quite a bit. Chris Olave, 17. I'll let him go for that. Like, he probably deserves to go for $20, but I can't stand him. He's one of my red flag players. Bill, we got here. We got Bill at Brown, Williams, Nico. That's not bad, not bad. Williams' team is just ridiculously good, but I don't think he can win any players for a while now. Bill's gonna have something to say about that for sure. Oh, Goldie made a bid. I think Goldie came back. Alright, didn't lose his connection after all. Token's team is, Burrow and Allen is ridiculous. St. Brown is obviously super strong. Neighbors, if he can come back, really good. Steven's team is actually, like, he's got good deals, man. 25, 29. These are a little on the higher end, but still not terrible. JSN 52 is one of the top. Love at 34 is a good price. So Steven's team is looking pretty solid. I like my team too. Like, Drake May's is good. Henderson, there's another stack with AJ Brown. Then I got Henry. Oh, and I got another stack with Henry and Lamar. That's kind of fun. I didn't even realize that. Good offenses. They're gonna score a lot of points. Oh, got Loveland going. Bill has entered the chat for sure. No, he's not even bidding on him. This is crazy. I thought for sure Bill would go on him. 25, 26. Where is he gonna go? Oh, 30. I love me some Colston Loveland. I really do. But $30 is too much. It's just too much. But I love me some Colston Loveland. He's one of my guys. But I can't spend $30 on a tight end, man. That's just way too much money. We got Jackson Dart. This guy's gonna, obviously, someone's gonna get this guy at a good price. Let's see what he goes for. There we go. Ryan coming in. Look, Jackson, like, he's a dual threat. This guy needs to go for at least $25, $30. I'll take him as my backup quarterback for 13, that's for sure. Yeah. I definitely want him. I got him in a couple spots, I think. I'm happy with him. He's got a lot of potential. Like, a lot of potential. Where is this? Yeah, he only played 14 games. Great ratio. He had a lot of rushing upside. Lots of rushing upside. I think it's going to continue. Now, I think he had, what? Did he have 1 or 2 concussions last year? I can't remember. I think he probably had 1. There we go. Okay. Now it's on me. Let's go with Tommy's boy over here. Let's nominate Fannin. Fannon's a player where I'm still a little confused on what to do with him because he came out of nowhere last year. Like, he had really good stats for a rookie tight end, like 100 targets, 72, like 60 at 8. Was that 8 touchdowns? 6 touchdowns. 186 points for a tight end, a rookie tight end. I think he finished top 5 overall. He had a great year last year. We'll see if he'll be able to replicate that. See, now $12, that's a decent price for a tight end of his caliber. That I got no issues with. All right, we got Trevor on the board. Okay. All right. Oh, here we go. We got Rashee Rice. This guy is going to be one of those other players that you love to hate and hate to bid on, or maybe love to bid on, depending on what you think. He's just got so much risk attached to him, but obviously, like, he had that 1 year, man, where it was just, Yeah, 212, man. That was his rookie year, man. He could have finished the year super strong. Look, he's definitely worth a certain amount of money. I know he's one of my top guys to avoid, but if he goes for a certain amount of dollars, you have to take him. At $13, I'm definitely taking him. That's like, yeah. Oh, these last second bids by Bill have been killing me. All right, here we go. Goldie's coming in. I'll let Goldie take care of Bill. Oh, he's going to let Bill take him at 18. All right. 15 was my cap for him. Bill's team looking pretty good. Brees Hall. Okay, Brees, again, another player that I'm not a big fan of. He definitely has some value starting running back for the Jets, but I just don't like the direction the Jets are going in. So, I don't know. He's been consistently going, though, for like $30 in most of the startups, so I guess it's not a terrible price, but just way too much for me. Okay, wow, I really messed up on that. I should have bid on him. $10 for Brees Hall is ridiculous. He's definitely worth more than that. I really thought Bill was going to come in with a last-second bid. Now we got Scatabo. Okay. Scatabo 2 is one of those players. Like I don't hate him. I just don't love him. I just don't like his playing style. Or let me rephrase that. I like his playing style. It's just it's not good for fantasy. Like it's just man, the guy's gonna get another concussion or break his ankle again. The guy just looks for contact. I just don't trust him to finish an entire year. So it's just but for again, everyone's got a price, and if he's gonna go for that type of price, I'm definitely gonna bid on him. Yeah, I know, Matt. $10 for Brees is pretty crazy. Oh, if I get Scatabo for 14, of course. Oh, Matt comes in to swoop. I'll take him. How much money you got? You got less than me. Oh, of course, Bill. Last second. Why am I not surprised? I'm gonna let you take him. I'll let you take him. Let's see, who are you going to promote now? Or should I nominate? Alright, Mahomes. Obviously, I'm going to be out on Mahomes. But we'll see what he goes for. There we go. Rick's coming in. Rick definitely has the amount of money to come get him. So does Ryan. Actually, Ryan's got quite a bit of cap, actually, still. Somehow Bill has a bunch of cap. He's been getting really, like, ridiculously good prices. Like, he paid up for Tyler Warren, and that's pretty much it. Everyone else he's been getting at discounts. Good on Bill, man. You're doing a good job, man. Your team's, like, pretty decent, and you got a ton of cap left. You're going to be able to bully some guys later on. Don't worry, Goldie. Yeah, I figured something went wrong there because like I saw you in the chat and then all of a sudden you disappeared. I'm like, no, that's not like you. So no worries, man. No worries. All right. So Mahomes went for 14. That's criminal. That should never happen. Bill again with a steal. All right. Now we got Russell Wilson. No, not Russell Wilson. We got Jalen Hurts. Let's see who gets him. He went I think he went for $26 in the high rollers, and probably the best value for quarterback out of all the deals in that league because the guy can finish top 5 overall for quarterbacks, like, or definitely top 10, and he went for sub $30, which is outrageous. So whoever, I forgot who got him, but whoever got Hurts in the high rollers got a hell of a deal. All right, going for 18. Like, he's got to go for at least 20. But just the guys that are still in here, they just don't have the money to bid higher than that. So that's one of the reasons why I like to wait, because you get these ridiculously good deals later on in the draft. Like, getting Dart for 17 was a steal. I can't believe I got him for 17. Hurts for 18 is a steal. Williams for 21 is a steal. Daniels for 25 is a steal. This would be a good pick for Goldie right here. Stacking Hurts with Devontae Smith. Yeah, I see Goldie going after him. Makes perfect sense. You know, Devontae for 20, I think, is okay. It's a little high, but he's a number one wide receiver. I'm not going to hate on that. All right, let's see who Rick's going to put up. All right. Tet's, man, I like Tet. I think he's a hell of a player. I just really don't like that he's on the Panthers, man. I just don't like Bryce Young, but he's such a talented player. Oh, Trevor made an appearance. There we go. All right. Well, now Trevor's going to be winning every single player for the next 5-6 nominations. He's got all his cap. Or actually, no, Goldie might have something to say about that. All right, let's see who Ryan puts up. We got Trevor Lawrence. Oh boy, I'm a huge hater on this guy. I think he's the biggest fraud, but he consistently goes for $30, and I think that's kind of where he has to go, because he's a starting quarterback. He had a decent year last year. Like, this isn't anything to write home about, but the last 4 games of the year he kind of went off. Let me see there. Let's take a look again. 2025. Yeah, see, the last 4 weeks he did pretty damn well, but before that, terrible. The guy is a fraud, man. I think he's like a Jekyll and Hyde quarterback. He'll have one good week and then just not show up the next. So for me, I'm completely out on Trevor Lawrence in pretty much every situation. Like, obviously, if he goes for like sub $20, you kind of just have to go. You have to bid on him. But once he gets over $20 for me, I'm gonna let him go. And I know there's a lot of guys that are high on him, so I'll let them deal with the Jekyll and Hyde quarterback of Trevor Lawrence. There we go. Next, again, second player in a row to Trevor. Now we got Bomb Squad on the clock. Let's see who nominates. Justin Herbert. Herbert has been going surprisingly cheap over the last few startups. I think the first couple of startups he went for like $40, and then he's been consistently going in like the low 30s, like high 20s in the last few. So people have been getting good deals on Justin Herbert. Like $15, that's a great price. Like, I would love to have that. Let's go for Tucker Kraft. He just got activated off the pup list, so he's going to be ready to go. He was having a hell of a season before he tore his ACL. Like, that was just a terrible situation for him. All right, like, I just want to see, like, where it was. Like, he was having a really good year last year. Yeah, he was doing really well. Do I have a tight end yet? No, I don't have a tight end yet. I'm gonna definitely get a bid on him. Let's go. This guy is. Let's go 19. He's my guy. I like Tucker Craft. Oh, am I gonna get him? Sweet. All right. I would have liked to get him more at 15, but I had a feeling Trevor was going to bid me up anyway. But I'm surprised he didn't bid me up after going to 19. That's one of his guys, but I'll take him at 19. I think that's still a fair price for him. Josh Jacobs, he's going to be... He needs to go for at least 20, if not 25. He's not going to get suspended this year. If it happens, it'll be next year. Let's go for 23. I think that's decent. Perfect. If I get him, I'm going to be... Oh, okay. I still got, what, 2 wide receiver spots, 2 flex spots to go. All right, I'll let him go for 24. Still some decent players out there. Who's Steven going to nominate? Javonte. I like Javonte. Javante's going to be a good player, man. Let's get him up to 15. And if he goes for over 25, I think that might be a little too much, but he'll probably get there. He's a really good player, man. I drafted him everywhere last year. Like, he was in all my best ball leagues. I took him in all the contract leagues I could. I was just grabbing him everywhere. And yeah, there we go. All right, I'm happy with getting my Javonte Williams over there. Why did Henry go down to the flex off the bat? He should have went up here anyway. Okay, now we got Token on the clock. See who he nominates. Etienne. I don't know, man. I'm not too sure. Like, I know they signed him to a decent sized contract, but from what I'm hearing, Kamara is gonna still get a healthy dose of touches, so you can't go for too much. I wouldn't take him for too much. I've been avoiding him. He's one of my players I've been avoiding, because I think Kamara is still gonna get at least a 30% target share or touches, and can go up all the way to 50. Honestly, like, he's a legacy player for the Saints. Like, they can't like disrespect him like that. I think he'll get plenty of touches, especially since he restructured his contract. But he should honestly, he should technically be going for over 15, like, at least. Like, if he gets up to 20, I'd be like, okay, that's acceptable. Over 20, I think, is a little much. But I think, at 18, that's a good price. He'll probably go for, like, maybe Trevor brings him up to 20, but just because he has a bunch of cap space. All right, no, Rick gets him for 18. It's a decent price, And we got Bill on the clock. 30, he's got 57, yeah. Quinshon's a player I like. I've been going on Quinshon in a few spots. I know he's not on the best offense, but he's gonna be the bell cow. I like Dylan Sampson. Look, he'll get his third down looks here and there, but I think Quinshon is gonna get the vast majority of touches. The guy's explosive. From what I'm hearing, he's explosive in training camp. The injury's not slowing him down. He's gonna get at least 10 touchdowns in my mind. Like, what did he do last year? Yeah, like, he had 7 touchdowns. He only played 14 games. He had 800. Yeah, like, if he played 17 games, he's over 1,000. He'd probably get to about 260 to 280 touches. He'd probably be around 1,200 yards with probably 10 touchdowns. He would have had a great year had he played the whole year, I think. What did he end up going for? Where'd he go? Did I miss it? Quinshaw went for 21. You know, that's pretty much where I think he needs to be. Maybe he can go for a little more than that, but that's definitely a good price. All right, Ibuka. Okay, Rick's going after him. Yeah, I think Rick's got more cap than me. He's going to be able to take him. 23. Let's yeah. He had a hell of a start to his career, and then he just tailed off. Like, that's a really good start up to week 5, and then what happened? He had one other good week in week 10, and then just terrible the rest of the way. I guess it was because of Baker, but I don't know, man. It kind of worries me a bit. Mind you, Mike Evans isn't there anymore, so this, I don't know. We'll see. But Godwin's back to apparently being fully healthy. That's going to be another thing. Okay, now we go. Garrett Wilson. I wish he was on another team, man. I really wish he was like on the, like, I don't know, KC, man. Because if he was on KC, this guy would be like the #1 wide receiver. He's that talented. He's just stuck on the Jets. I feel bad for anyone on the Jets. Like Kenyon Sadiq, Omar Cooper this year, like RIP, man. Like they were looking so good till they landed there. Yeah, $20 I think is a fair price. I think Trevor's getting him pretty much at market value there. Yeah, let's see who Rick puts up. These teams are looking good, man. Everyone's doing a decent job. Like, some people got some screaming deals. Some people have to overpay a little bit. But all in all, man, like, some decent teams looking right now. Bucky Irvin's a player I'm never going to touch. He's just, like, I understand he's got some upside to him. He'll probably have some really big games this year, but there's 3 running backs in that backfield that they're probably going to use. Bucky was, I think, a 4th or a 5th round pick, so there's no, like, big financial commitment to him that they absolutely need to use him. They can easily go away from him, which, you know, a lot of NFL teams have already, like, shown that they will do. Like, if it's not if they don't draft him in the top 2 rounds, running backs are easily dispensable. So she's just a player, especially with his injuries that he had last year, not coming back fully healthy, being lackluster. He's just a player I'm avoiding. But at $14, I think that's a decent price. I don't think you could really complain at 14. He's just a player I'll be avoiding because he's been consistently going more than 14. He's been going like $20 usually. All right, now we got Luther Burden. I know Trevor's going to be on this guy. Oh, Russell Wilson going all the way up to $24. I mean, William Russell going up to $24. Yeah, there we go. I knew Trevor wanted him. That's too much. I like Luther. I think Luther's going to have a great year, but at that price, I'm going to be out on him. He needs to go sub 20 for me to go on him. There we go. It's a good receiving core, though. I'll say that. You got a good receiving core there, William. Running backs, too, very solid. The rest of your players are going to be going for $1, though, so... All right, now we got Zay Flowers, another player that I can't stand. I think he's overrated. Now he's in a good position. He's the #1 wide receiver. I don't know. I just have a hard time trusting him. He had one good year last year. He should be going more than that, though. I'm gonna have to go. Like, he's worth at least $20, at least. And, like, I got Lamar on this team, so stacking him with Lamar makes a lot of sense. I'll go up to 20. I'll let him go after that, but I think he's definitely worth at least 20. Even though, like, I don't really like the player that much, I think he's at least worth $20. All right, okay, I'll take him at 20. All right, that's pretty much all the money I got. I'm pretty much out for the rest of this draft, but decent team. Let's go. Let's get some people to waste their money. Someone's got to go. Man, if Trevor gets Purdy for $2, Okay, there we go. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, I think Flowers is just an average guy. I think you're right, Goldie. Look, he had some good games. I can't check him out. What is this? Okay, that's weird. Maybe if I click him here. Okay, there we go. So let's see what he was doing last year. Yeah, like, man, he had one game at 29 and 21, 20, and then he had a first game at 28. Nothing, like, he's been consistently decent, like being over 10 points pretty much every week. He had 1, 2, 3 weeks under 10 points, which is, look at that. He had a good year especially for Zay Flowers, but nothing to write home about. It's just, I think he's definitely worth at least 20. He's the number 1 wide receiver. I had Jackson, so it's a good stack. Pitts is a player I like. I think he's going to have a decent year. Pitts has been going all over the place. I've seen him in some leagues go for like $7, and then in some leagues go for like 19. So like his range has been all over the place. I guess it just depends at the time of year, and I guess on the league if they value him or not. But he's one of those enigma players. You just don't know what you're going to get out of him. All right, let's see where Steven goes. T. Higgins. The guy's a solid player, man. The guy consistently, I think, scores like 180 points every year. Okay, 200. Yeah, I guess it depends on the format, but yeah. How old is he now? He's 27. Okay, he's in his prime, so he's got like another at least 2-3 years of good play ahead of him. He just needs to stay healthy. Like, he never finishes a year. Has he finished a year? I don't know if 2022 was a 16 game season or a 17 game season. But yeah, he doesn't really finish like 12, 12, 15. He consistently misses games. But when he's healthy, man, he's good. And Joe Burrow trusts him. So that's a great price, I think, for T. Higgins. Trevor coming in late is having a great team. All right, let's see who Token nominates. We got here. Lad McConkey. He had a really disappointing year last year. Yeah, man, look at that. Oof, he had what? 2 games over at 20 points. Sorry, 3 games at 20 points. And after that, just pretty much a disaster. Finished, yeah, that's a huge regression. 60-point regression. Played the same amount of games. He had an increased snap share. Couple less targets. Yeah, less catches. A lot less yards. We'll see what he does this year. He can bounce back, I guess. I'm just not a big fan of McConkey. I just don't think he's anything great. But if they scheme him, then yeah, sure. I'm sure he can have a good year. But we'll see what McDaniels does with him. It's the receivers on the Chargers. Like, I don't know what to make of them, because McConkey, I don't think he's a number 1. I can't stand Quentin Johnson. I think this guy's a big bum and just drops everything. And then Trey Harris just hasn't had the opportunity yet, so we'll see what happens with Trey Harris. But and then after that, who did they draft? Brennan Thompson, I think. He might be a sneaky good play. I know McDaniels is the one that really pushed to draft him. I think they drafted him in the 4th or 5th round, so it's still decent capital for that type of wide receiver. So we'll see what they do with him. He could be a big play guy. Like, he would be a good best ball player. I'm not too sure about like a managed league. Montgomery, man, I don't know what to do with Montgomery. One week I read he's going to be the bell cow. The next week I read he's going to split 50-50 with Woods. So I just don't know what to make of him, because he's like, what, 29, 30 years old? Yeah, he's 29. So, like, if they bell cow him, it's going to be 1 year. See, look right here, a reliable bell cow. But I don't know, man. And then I read other articles saying that Woody Marks is going to get like a 40-50 touch, like a split with him. So it's too risky for me. Like I've got him in a few spots. Like if the price is right, you definitely go after him because if he ends up being the bell cow, that's obviously going to be nice. But I wouldn't overspend on him. I think $20 is very fair. I think that's probably like where he needs to be. So where did he go? He went to Bill, I think. Yeah, Bill. Yeah, Bill has already filled out his team, and he still has a bit of money left over. Not bad, Bill. Good job, man. Your team's pretty solid. Where's Steven? I'm pretty sure Steven would be going after Dak. Yeah. So there's only a few of us that pretty much filled out the quarterback positions. Yeah, no problem, Ricky, man. Anytime, man. It's what I'm here for. If there's a player that you're curious about and you want my take on him, let me know. Just type it in the chat, and I'll definitely give you my take on that player. Because sometimes a player, like I might not like him, but just like with Flowers, if he's gonna go for a certain price, you have to take him. Like they are worth a certain amount of money, but just in general, people have been overspending on those players, and that's why I won't touch them. But if they're gonna go for acceptable and below average prices, then you definitely have to go and take the value. Dunze is a player I was super high on him before, but now the foot injury scares the hell out of me. He had the same foot injury as that other player from Jacksonville. I'm trying to remember his name now. A few years back, what was it? Allen Robinson, I think his name was. Yeah, I think it was Allen Robinson, and he had the exact same foot injury as Odunze had, and he just fell off the map. He even said it in an interview, saying that after he had that foot injury, he couldn't plant off it properly, and he just literally fell off. So I'm super scared that that's gonna happen to Rome. Like I've got Rome in a few spots, so I really hope that doesn't happen. But like it's scaring me from taking him in newer drafts. Like if I've already got him, I've already got him. But like $22 is pretty much the max I would probably spend for him. Like I think Goldie still got a decent deal for him, but that's the top of the range. And not because I don't think he's a good player. Like obviously before the injury, I thought he was a great player, but I don't know, that specific foot injury is a scary injury. Now we got Brian Thomas. This is another player that I think he's primed for a bounce back. Like, I've got Brian Thomas in a few spots. I've been going after him in a bunch of spots. If he goes sub 20, I think it's a no-brainer. If he's going over 20, depending on your cap space and your situation, I'd still think it's okay going after him. But he has the potential to be a league winner, especially if Trevor Lawrence can get his act together and consistently get him a deep ball. Because when Mac Jones was in there, Brian Thomas was on fire. Like the guy looked like a #1 wide receiver. Like he was going to be the next best thing since sliced bread. Then Trevor Lawrence comes back and just absolutely kills his value. So I'm hoping that during this offseason they find a way to mesh and to get things get on the same page. Yeah, Rome's your guy there, Goldie. Yeah, look, like I said before, man, I like Rome, man. Like I think he's a hell of a player. Like you don't draft him. What was he, 9th overall or 10th overall in that draft? And he has all the talent in the world. Like he was really good in Washington, like really good. And it's just too bad you got injured. And also another thing though that I'm a little worried about is that they got so many mouths to feed in Chicago. Like you got Loveland, you got Burden, you got so many players to go after. So it's I don't know, man. It's a messy situation in Chicago. They got a bunch of cold weather games at the end for the playoffs, so that kind of scares me too because fantasy points don't usually happen in cold weather games, and I think they got in all the playoffs that they play in cold weather games, so that kind of scares me off a little bit. But the talent is there. Yeah, Matt. I saw that they paid Jacoby. I'm super happy with that. Because that's really going to help Harrison's stock. Even though the the videos circulating around trading camp having him dropping balls left, right, and center, I think he'll get his act back up when it comes to the season. I've got a ton of Harrison shares, and I think he can bounce back and be a number one wide receiver. But also Jacoby's got a hard on for Michael Wilson, and Michael Wilson looked amazing at the end of the year last year. Like he got me into the playoffs in a few leagues, and like pretty much won me a league. He won me straight up a league last year, Kyle's league. And yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just happy Jacoby signed, because at least the players for Arizona are going to be fantasy relevant now. Because if it was Beck or Minshew, I would be super down if I owned any Arizona Cardinals. Marv is a bum. I don't know, man. We'll see. I think this will be the deciding year for Marvin Harrison. The jury is still out, I think, but this is probably going to be his last chance to really impress people. Oh man, Trevor got a good price right there for Davante Adams. Nice, Trevor. That's a really good price. $8 for 10 touchdowns guaranteed. Yeah, I want me some of Davante Adams. I should have bid on him, but I got like no money left, and I still got a few positions I need to fill, so had to not go on that one. Now we got Terry McLaurin up. Man, just by default, he's going to be worth a decent amount of money just because he's the number one wide receiver. I know they drafted Antonio Williams, but McLaurin is still going to be the unquestioned number one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Goldie. Oh, man. But, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, man, Trevor getting McLaurin at 9 is a hell of a price. Okay, there we go. Goldie comes in to take him. Who has Jaden Daniels? Steven? I don't know. I think Steven might have bowed out because he spent all his money early. But he had a good team to start off, I'll say that. All right, I've got token on the clock. Yeah, Trevor coming in at the end here has gotten crazy value. Like he doesn't have any superstars on his team, but he's got good prices and like a decent team. Like he can win weeks with that lineup. All right, now we got Jadarian Price. Man, if Tommy was in this mock, he'd bump him up to like 25 right off the bat. Look, man, I don't know. I'm worried about what's gonna happen in Seattle for the running back position. Now, before I was really confident Jadarian Price was gonna be the man. They spent the first round pick on him. Charbonnet was coming off an ACL. Holani was nothing special, and then Emmanuel Wilson, whatever. He's just a depth piece. But now Holani's getting like splitting the starting reps in training camp. There's rumors that Charbonnet, even though he's on the pup right now, that he's going to be ready for week 1, which is mind-boggling if that actually happens. So I don't know. Like I'm sure they're going to use Jadarian Price. They spent the first round pick on him. Like, he's got ton of potential, and I really like him. I think he was like my he was my third running back coming into the draft. I liked Mike Washington more, but apparently the rest of the league didn't. But yeah. No, Carnell Tate. This is another player, man, that I love. I think he's going to have a great career. I think going to Tennessee was actually a pretty good landing spot for him, because I think Ward is just going to throw him the ball all day. Like everything deep and intermediate is going to be Carnell Tate. Wan'Dale Robinson will get everything underneath, and Calvin Ridley will just be a decoy on the back end. But Carnell Tate, I think, is going to be one hell of a stud. I love everything about him. You think BTJ is the same guy, Goldie? I don't think he drops as much, but I understand what you're saying. But I think it was more of a Trevor Lawrence effect than it was a BTJ effect, because he looked really good with Mac Jones, and he still looks decent with Trevor Lawrence. It's just I think Trevor Lawrence is the problem. We got Stafford going for 11 right now. Like the quarterbacks right now are going for ridiculous prices. Like Purdy at 14 steal, Mahomes 14 steal, Prescott 21 steal, Dart 17 steal. I don't know if I said Knicks already, but Knicks at 11 is criminal. Herbert at 15 ridiculous. Stafford 13. Like all these prices, like basically Matt had to pay up for Allen, which obviously makes sense. I kind of paid up for May. I kind of paid up for Jackson compared to the rest of these prices. But especially in a 0.5 per completion, quarterbacks usually have a lot of value. So I'm surprised at the prices on this. Maybe just because people don't realize it's a 0.5 per completion. But you guys will, if you guys are in any of my leagues right now, you guys are going to see how powerful quarterbacks are. And you might regret some of your drafting decisions, just FYI. Swift. This guy's going to get replaced by Monungai. So $10, that's a good price though. You can't complain. Like he's still going to get touches. So at $10, that's a good price. Tyson, he's got like a great profile as a wide receiver. Like he's got the size, he's got the range, he's got good hands. It's just he's got a lot of injury concerns already coming in the NFL as a rookie. So if he can, that's what worries me about him. If he can stay healthy, he's gonna look like a great player. But players like he's already got like a bunch of soft tissue injuries, and those things linger. So like it's just I don't know. It's a big red flag for me. Like I just can't pull the trigger on the prices he's going for. Who's next? Got Ryan on the clock. All right, most of the teams are pretty filled out already. Oh, here we go. Here's my boy. Watch Marvin Harrison go for like $25. Oh, Bomb Squad making a rare bid. I haven't seen him make a bid in a little while. Let's see. Oh, man, if I get him for 10... I got Marvin Harrison for $10 in a couple of leagues, I think, to be honest, which is wild. Dude, I'll take him for $10 all day. He's definitely worth $10. If you guys don't think that Marvin Harrison's worth $10, you guys are crazy. The guy was... even if he doesn't pan out in Arizona, he might get traded to, like, KC out of nowhere, and then watch Mahomes turn him into like the number one wide receiver in the league. So even if like forget about Arizona, like he might not even be there in a year or two. He might just be on another team with an all-star with an all-star quarterback. Yeah, Goldie. That's the thing with the soft tissue injuries, man. Like I'm just, oh man. He's good though. Like I watched a lot of tape on Tyson when I was doing like my scouting for the rookie drafts, and like he looked good. He definitely looked good. I loved the way he caught the ball with his hands. He wasn't shying away from contact. He had good contested catch ability. He's got decent speed. His range. He's very rangy. It's just the injuries, just those soft tissue injuries. They just scare me. Like, I'd rather gamble on a player that doesn't have that. Candy bar to Canada Dry for Marv. Hey, man. Those ginger ales are pretty good. I'd take that deal. Yeah. All right, we got Jameson Williams up next. This guy is, I don't know, for me, this guy's a best ball player. This guy has so many zeros in his career. Like, I don't know. Let's take a look, man. I remember seeing a bunch of zeros. So, look, a 2 is a 0. Okay, so the one right there, we got another one against Tampa Bay, another one against New York. So that's 3 zeros in 1 year. Like, that's ridiculous. Let's take a look at 2024. I'm sure, look, 1.2, that's a 0. I'm sorry. 0.6, that's a 0. Another 2 zeros there. Okay, so that's 5 zeros in 2 years. That's unacceptable. You can't have. Look at another 0 over here. 3.8. 2, even 2. Look at a 0.4. Another 2 zeros in this year. let's see, 2022. Okay, he barely played. That was the injury year. Yeah, so I'll let him have that. But like in 3 years, he had like 7 zeros. That's unbelievably horrendous. That's so heartbreaking when you put him in your lineup and he gets you that friggin' donut. So that's why he's a best ball player, because you don't have to worry about that. If he gets a 0, fine, someone else will just take his spot. But in a managed league, man, I've got him in a couple of managed leagues, and he's such a friggin' nightmare to predict. Yeah, no, you're right. His ceiling is ridiculous because all he needs is like what 2-3 catches for like 100-something yards and a couple of touchdowns. He gets over 20 points consistent. Well, not consistently, but like he gets over 20 points quite a bit. It's just you don't know when it's gonna happen. So that's why I'm saying like he's a best ball player and a hell of a best ball player, because he gets you those big spike weeks that you need. In best ball, like I've spent a shit ton of money on best ball this year on a few of the sites there, and trust me, I've got Jameson Williams in a bunch of spots just because he's the type of player you're looking for. But in a managed league, man, oh man, Matt knows. I think I lost my playoff week because I had JMO in there and he got me 0 points that week. I lost to Vinny, and had I played anyone else on my bench, I would have advanced. And I would have won the championship. But, of course, he had to get a big, fat 0 for me that week. All right, let's see who Matt nominates now. I actually really like Matt's team. Like I like Breece Hall and Price for those prices. He's got good quarterbacks. I love Fannin at $12. I think Neighbors is a little high at 38. Amon-Ra is like it's high for 51, but he's a top 5 wide receiver every year. He's Mr. Consistency. Now we got Mike Evans. He's gonna have a great year, man. Like if he can stay healthy, he's gonna finish top 10. I think Purdy's gonna look for him all day. If I had any money right now, I'd be going on him, but I'm broke at this point. So, but Mike Evans, he's also Mr. Consistency. All right, so yeah, Rick getting him at $12. That's a steal. What's Rick's team looking right now? Oh yeah, Rick's looking really good. That's a great receiving core. I like that receiving core. Trey McBride 2 in there. Great running back 1-2 punch. Stafford at 13 is a criminal price. Etienne in a flex, a little expensive for me, but I think that's it's probably where he's going to go in the majority of drafts, so there's no problem with that. Rick's got a good team. I'm sure you're itching to get drafting, Ricky. Like I know I'm announcing the contest winner tomorrow, and we'll hopefully get the draft for Bravo League going either on Sunday or Monday. Guys, if somehow you guys are still watching this long and you guys want to get into a contract league with me, I still have a contest going on right now. I'm doing the draw tomorrow, so you guys still have a chance to enter. It's super simple to enter, guys. All you got to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, put the word subscribed in the comment section, send me a screenshot. It's that simple, and then I'll let you know you've been entered, and tomorrow we'll have a draw. I'll be releasing a video tomorrow with the draw result. So once we get the contest winner all locked in, we'll start Bravo League, and that'll be it probably for all the startups this year. I know there's been a bunch of people asking me to start another one. I might. It's very tempting, but I'm already really stretched out as it is, starting a bunch of leagues. But I'll think about it. I might get Foxtrot started. I know you're subscribed, Goldie. I think I already put you in aren't you in the contest already? You're not in the contest? I could have sworn that you were in the contest. All right, send me the screenshots if after there, and I'll definitely put you in. Brooks, Goldie getting him for $11. That's a man. I don't know what to do with Brooks, man. 2 ACLs, barely he's played, but he's so young. And the fact that he's so young is the only reason he could come back from that injury. So, and from what I'm understanding, man, they're going to give this guy all the chances in the world to take the starting position from Hubbard. So whoever, like in any league, man, whoever's getting Brooks, like if you get him for a good price, man, I think it's one hell of a steal. Like you guys are probably, I think he's, I don't know. I just got this gut feeling that he's gonna turn it around and be relevant. I just hope he doesn't turn into the next J.K. Dobbins and just get injured year after year. Because even J.K. Dobbins, man, like the guy, every time he's healthy, he's really good. But it's just the injuries just derail him. You never sent the screenshot? Okay, just send me the screenshot and your email address when you send me that, and I'll put you in the contest at the end of this video. Yeah, Matt. You know exactly the hype of the training camp. You're up. That's what I've been reading and I've been hearing, man. Like everyone is all in on Jonathan Brooks. Like they're giving him all the opportunities. He's looking good. And like they're not limiting him, from what I'm understanding. Like they're literally making him like a full go right now. So that's promising. That's very, very promising. All right. So man, this draft is, it's going decently quick. What time is it? It's 8:30. Yeah, man, we're gonna get this done like probably in the next 30 minutes. Like I'm not gonna go through all the bench spots. I'll probably once most people fill out their starting positions, I'll probably end the stream. But it's going pretty quick right now. Everyone's doing a really good job. Everyone's like, because most people have spent their money. I think Steven is pretty much the only one, and Goldie's got a bunch of money too. But Goldie's just about to win anyone he wants, really. He's got $100 and everyone else is like sub 20. So all right, who am I putting in my flex? Let's go with KC Concepcion. He's one of my players that I really like. I don't know if you've been watching my channel and you've watched my rookie draft videos. I've been super high on KC Concepcion. And unfortunately, he goes to the friggin' Browns, man. Oh, that irks me. But I guess the silver lining is Jerry Jeudy is probably the biggest bum in the league. And he'll probably end up, supplanting Jerry Jeudy and probably Denzel Boston, too. I'm sure Judy's going to be like the third wide receiver when it's all said and done. Ooh, Isaiah Likely, man. I've been getting him in the last couple of drafts, and I'm really starting to like Likely right now because I thought Theo Johnson was still going to have a big role in the offense. But from what I'm reading, man, Harbaugh has completely just put Likely ahead of him, and Theo Johnson is going to be just a depth piece, and it's going to be the Isaiah Likely show. So I've been going in on Likely quite hard recently, just because I really like the target share he's going to get, because from what I'm reading, also Jackson Dart is looking for him. So I think he can be a sneaky league winner this year, Isaiah Likely. Trevor getting him for $9 is a damn good price. So we still got some decent players available, which is pretty crazy. I thought the most of them would be gone by now, but like I'm looking at this, man, and like still some decent tight ends out there. Quarterbacks still got some starters. Running backs, the running back's probably the thinnest position right now, but like still some players that are worth rostering. They can even start for you. And wide receivers, still got some good wide receivers out there. Yeah, man, I'm with you on that, Matt. Like I really thought Theo was gonna still have like a giant role because he was doing good last year. Like he did not do anything wrong. Like Theo Johnson had a great year last year, and I was like, okay, they're definitely going to use him. They're going to expand upon his role, and then they just signed Likely. Like I'm sure Harbaugh obviously has a little bit of bias, but like I think it's unfair if they just shelve him, but they might. From what I'm reading, it's the likely show. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes these things turn around, and when the season starts, they flip the script. But from what I'm reading right now, man, likely is going to get like 90% of the receptions when it comes from the tight end position. So, all right. Oh, I ended up getting Harvey for $2. Okay. So my team's not that bad, man. Like, obviously Harvey's probably my weakest player, but the rest of my team is pretty solid, man. Pretty happy with it. I'd be happy with this in a 10-teamer. So, okay, let's take a quick look. I know most of some of the teams are still a little bare, but like my team, if I were to rate just off the starters, I'd give this like a 7.5. Like I think it's pretty solid. Like obviously something to write home about, but I'd definitely be happy if I left a draft like this. Trevor's team, he came in a little late, but his team has got a lot of depth because he was able to just bully people with the amount of cap he had. And honestly, like I'd still probably give him a 7 for his team. Steven, he hasn't spent any money for a while. I think he dropped out a little while ago, but his team is obviously super top heavy. Looked really good. Had he kept stuck around, I'm sure he could have filled out his team pretty nicely. Matt's team, I love the quarterbacks. The running backs look decent for the prices. The wide receivers are good. Sutton at $5 is a hell of a steal. Fannin at 12 is nice. Bill's team, I think, is the value team. All these players, extremely good value. Like, good job, Bill. Like, I don't think you have any like really superstars other than maybe Warren, but like, you just got above average players everywhere. So I don't know. I like it. I like the construction of it. I'd probably give you like a 7.5 right there. Matt, I'd give you a 7.5 as well. Steven, I'd probably give a 7 just because I know he would have been low on the rest of his players. William, getting Mayfield at $6 is a good price for a starting quarterback, and then these players are just ridiculous. So like he probably would have got a 7.5 in my mind. Yeah. Okay, he's still here. He's still building. He's still bidding. So yeah, I'd give him a 7.5 just because his team is so top heavy. He can win weeks just with these players. Goldie, you came in late, but you're stealing anyone at will. Like you have so much cap still. Like you can just take anyone you want at this point. So your team just value wise is going to be great. So I'd probably give you a 7.5 as well. Rick, I like your team too, man. I love the wide receiving core. Tight end is great. Running backs are good. Not a big fan of ETN, but if that's literally your weak point, congratulations. Like you probably have, a 7.5, maybe even an 8. Ryan's team, Herbert, I like it at 15. These running backs are ridiculous. Wide receivers, not my favorite wide receiving core. Like I like Waddle. Jameson, it's going to be a week to week. Devontae Smith, he's a number 1, but he's going to be inconsistent because of the Eagles. And Olave, I love Olave as a talent. Great player. Just too many concussions. The blood clots scare me. But I love Loveland though. I love Loveland. So I'd still give you like a good a 7. I'd say a solid 7. And then Bomb Squad, I love Goff. These good running backs, good. Oh, I love those wide receivers. Those are great. Bauer's obviously a top tight end. Barkley in your flex is ridiculous. And then good quarterbacks to like round it off. So you two, you're getting like a 7.5, 8. Actually, you know what? I think Bomb Squad might have the best team, man. Just all around. Yeah, man. Yeah. Mr. Oppenheimer over here. I'd give you an 8, man. I think you got the best team out of everyone so far. All right, let's see. Okay, I'll just go Mr. Wilson here. This team's looking good, man. Now we got Michael Wilson. Like every time I basically only have a dollar bidding power. So if I as soon as I nominate someone, if anyone bids on them, I'm out. But I got my starting lineup in. Like I said, I'm happy with it. Whoever I get for $1 later on is going to be good value. There's still a lot of good players out there. Kincaid. I think Kincaid's gonna have a good year this year, man. Like, I know everyone's hating on him, but I think if he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, because this guy too has been getting injured quite a bit, I think he can finish top 5. He's that good. I think with Allen, like before his injury, his PCL injury or LCL, he was getting targeted a lot. He still finished with like 5 touchdowns. He's gonna. What did he finish with? Oh wait, game log 2025. Yeah, look, he was having a decent start to the year, and then I think this is when he got injured, and yeah, he missed a bunch of games. Still had a good week there. Like I really think he was just like the injury was just lingering here, but he was having a good start to the year. I think, yeah, man. Had he not got injured, I think he would have easily finished with like 800, maybe 900, and maybe put that up to 9 touchdowns, like maybe 60 catches. So I think Kincaid is going to be in line for a good year. He just needs to stay healthy. Maybe DJ Moore can help get him open. Like DJ Moore will spread the ball, take the top off, and then Dalton can come underneath. And we got J.K. Dobbins, man. He's going to be the starting running back, and until he gets injured in week 4, which he'll get injured in week 4, and then it'll be Jonah Coleman and Harvey, but he'll have a good 4 weeks, I'm sure. All right, way to go, Trevor. You filled out your team. Thank you for stopping by in the end. All right, now we got Chuba Hubbard. He's gonna go for $2. I don't think anyone really wants him. I think we all know that Jonathan Brooks is gonna take his job. Like, he's still gonna have a role, obviously. Like, he's still gonna get like at least 30% of that, I would say, of the touches, but I don't think he'll get much more than that. Ooh, Goldie coming in. Goldie's already got 3 quarterbacks. How many quarterbacks are left? How much trouble are you in, William? Got Darnold, Young, Mendoza, Brissett, Rodgers, Tua. Okay. No, you're still going to have some players. It's not too bad, actually. Oops. Not too bad. Not too bad. You should be all right. And like, there's obviously going to be a tight end you can get at $1, and then even these other couple flex players, if you have to get them for $1 or $2, you probably still get some decent. Yeah. There's still some good wide receivers out there. Like, running backs are probably gone, but actually no, there's still a couple of running backs that are flex worthy. Yeah. Okay. Not too bad. I'm surprised of how many decent players are still available in this draft. All right, now we got Ramondre. I've got Ramondre and Henderson in a couple of spots, like both of them on the same team, just to like secure the running back room from New England, because it's still going to be a valuable room. Like, McDaniels likes to use his running backs, and if one of them gets injured, then the other one is just gonna be like a powerhouse. So having the handcuff in the New England backfield is pretty like a pretty strong move in my mind. So like, I definitely think Henderson is going to be the better player and the player that you want out of the two. But if you can nab Stevenson later in the draft for a discount, I definitely recommend doing that. Let's see. Now we got Josh Downs. Josh Downs is a player, man. This guy's been funny. Like, I would say in the majority of the drafts, of the contract drafts, he's been going for like $1, maybe $2. and then in a couple he goes for over 10, which I don't understand. Like it's crazy how there's a big discrepancy like that. Because $10 for Josh Downs, I think, is a bit too much, just because of the value you can get for him in other. Because he's been consistently going for like a buck or two in other drafts, and then for some reason in a couple of them he went for like 10, and I was just like, man, I can't pay that price. Even though he's probably worth it, to be honest, because Pittman's not there anymore. Like who else do they have? You know, they got Tyler Warren, it's Josh Downs, Alec Pierce. He's more of the big play guy, so like all the intermediate stuff is going to be going to Josh Downs. There you go, Laporta at $2 for William. That's a hell of a deal. Oh, it's my turn. Let's go Rico Dowdle. Now Rico Dowdle is going to be a player. That's going to be the Pittsburgh running back room is going to be interesting too, because McCarthy has a hard on for Dowdle. But Warren's been there a long time, and from what I understand, like the coaching staff that was retained is really pushing that Warren be the starter. And then also they drafted Eli Heidendreich or Heidendreich, or however you want to pronounce the name. They're the guy from Navy. I think he's going to be a good player, like a really good gadget player. Like they have him listed as running back, but he's going to be more of like a hybrid wide receiver running back. And I think that player can be a sneaky good player, especially maybe in a year or two. Like he's definitely a stash when it comes to rookie drafts. But I'm thinking if there's an injury this year, he can actually produce quite a bit, spelling whoever gets injured. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting running back room, and I'm curious what Pittsburgh's going to do, because McCarthy he's a good coach. I think he's got a good offensive scheme. He's back with Rodgers. You know, they got Pittman. They still have Metcalf. They drafted, I think, was it Bernard in the draft. They still have Roman Wilson. They've got Freiermuth, Darnell Washington. The offense is decent. So they just really underperformed last year, and I think this year they can maybe, you know, make a push. Like I don't think they're going to be a powerhouse or anything, but I definitely think they can squeeze into the playoffs and be a little bit dangerous, especially if they get home field advantage. Oh shoot, Magunga went for 10. He was at $1 a second ago. Magunga, he's a player I like. There's a thing there. He's like, yeah, he remains out of practice. Like he's apparently just like not at training camp right now, which kind of worries me because I got him in a few spots. I don't know. It says questionable. I don't know if it's undisclosed. I don't know if it's an injury or if he's got like just like a personal problem. But from what I understand, they really like him and they want to give him like 50% of the touches. If not, he'll take over for DeAndre Swift. So I'm really high on Manungai this year. I think he's gonna have a pretty good year. Okay, now we got Makai Lemon going. Now this is another player, man. I don't know what to make of him, because he went 20th overall or 24th overall, so really high draft capital for a wide receiver. Went to Philly, supposedly gonna be replacing AJ Brown, even though they're two completely different players. I don't know. Like he was really good in college. The guy, he's big. Well, I wouldn't say big, but like he's strong. Like he's strong for his size. He's got a lot of good speed. He's got a nose for the end zone. He's more of a slot player than an X wide receiver. So that means they're gonna have probably what's his name? They're Devontae Smith out on the X position, which Smith I think is more of a slot player too. But I guess he's good enough to play the X. But it's just, I don't know. Are they going to throw the ball? Are they going to run the ball more with Barkley and Hurts this year? Because it remains to be seen. I think they switched offensive coordinators because Sirianni is on the hot seat somehow. That I'll never understand. The guy has only made, Philly, like, won them a Super Bowl, made them a powerhouse year to year. I think the scrutiny Sirianni is getting is definitely not warranted. Oh, there you go. William getting his second quarterback with Darnold for $3. Yeah, Williams' team's looking super strong. All right, Goldie, how much money you got left? You still got $91, bro? Like, what the hell? Just put the 90. Do like the guy like Bomb Squad did at the beginning and put $193 on a player. let's see here. We've got a few more spots left. I think when everyone fills, when these starting positions fill, I'll finish the stream off. I just want to see what everyone's starting lineup looks like. But yeah, doing good. Well, actually, okay, Meyer he's not there anymore, so I'll just let him. Oh, actually, wait. Jones went for 5. So did you make a bid out of nowhere? When did that happen? Interesting. Maybe he reconnected. Yeah, you missed a few bits for sure. Ooh, Mason for a big $2. You know, Mason, I think he's going to be the number 1 running back in Minnesota. I think Aaron Jones is done. He's going to be a third down guy at most, and they're going to just run it with Mason because apparently they didn't really want to sign Aaron Jones, but he just like begged them and said, "I'll take absolutely nothing." You know, like I think he's playing for the vet minimum this year. So it's I think it's going to be the Mason show, and then they'll just sprinkle Aaron Jones here and there. Like obviously Aaron Jones is still going to have a decent role. Like he's only 32, I think, or 33, so they're still going to use him. But he's been injured the last few years. Mason's still in his prime. I think he's 25 years old, Mason, or 20. Okay, he's 27. He's older than I thought. Okay. So I guess he was when San Francisco signed him. They signed him when he was older. Because he hasn't been. Anyway, I feel like he hasn't been in the league that long. But at 27, he's pretty old. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's go. You know, there's still some decent wide receivers out here, man. Let's go Shakir. Yeah, all right. So I'm just gonna win him for $1. Woohoo! Like, did Steven really show up for Falcon to make a $5 bid on Jones and then just bounce? Maybe, huh? All right, let's go. 5 seconds. Jacoby Myers. I don't know, man. The guy did all right last year. He's going to be the third wide receiver. I don't think he'll have a game here and there, just kind of like this. I feel like I think in week 12 or week 11 he showed up to Jacksonville. So you know what? He had a few relevant weeks, man. Actually, he did better than I thought. But I think he'll be just the third guy. Parker Washington will most likely be the underneath. Thomas will be over the top, but then Myers will be the intermediate. George Kittle. I can't believe this guy might be ready to start week 1. Okay, he's starting on training camp. Okay, that doesn't mean he's starting the season on PUP, but at least he's starting. Okay. I was going to say, man, this guy can't just be ready to go week 1, man. Like, the guy got injured late, ACL. He's 32 years old. Like, something's got to give. Like, I love Kittle, but something's got to give, man. Like, he's going to have a disappointing year, in my mind, anyway. All right, let's see. Okay, Wandale Robinson. This guy too, man. He's been going in like $1 in a bunch of drafts, and then some drafts he goes for like $10. I guess it just depends when someone nominates him. But him too, man. Look, he had a sneaky good year last year, man. Sneaky good year. Look at that. Over 1,000 yards, I think. Yeah, 1,000 yards. I thought he had more touchdowns than that, but 1,000 yards, 92 catches, 140 targets. Really good. I know the ball there really likes him, so I think they're gonna scheme him in Tennessee. It's still gonna be the Carnell Tate show, but Robinson's still gonna get his targets. Jaden Reed too is going to be another sneaky good player. I think they got rid of a bunch of players. It's not they don't have 5 wide receivers to spread it around. He was injured the whole time pretty much. Even when he came back, he was still injured from what I was hearing. He's going to have a good year. I think Jaden Reed's going to have a hell of a year this year. Sneaky good year. And he's been going cheap virtually everywhere. So I think whoever gets Jaden Reed is gonna be pleasantly surprised by the end of the year with his output. Ricky Pearsall, the guy, he's going on IR, no? I heard he was going on IR. Like, he might be done for the year already. Swelling. Okay, so let's hoping itself. Yeah, this guy, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I know they just signed Debo, right? So I don't know. I think Pearsall is gonna. I'd avoid Pearsall at all costs. He might go on. If he doesn't go on season-ending IR, he's definitely just gonna go on the short-term IR. And even for $1, I don't even want him on my team, to be honest. But he was a first-round pick. But it's just, I don't know. Things aren't going his way. He seems to be cursed. Alright, my turn. Who am I nominating? Let's just go Worthy. Why not? Apparently Worthy is going to be fully healthy. We'll see if this is the case. Apparently he played the entire year last year injured. Apparently running into Kelsey really took the wind out of him that it lasted all year. But yeah, it's just, he's so like, I don't know, man. You would think this guy would have a big impact in this offense, and he just really didn't. But I don't know, like, who is it this year? He got Rice. Is it right? It's Rice, Worthy, and Tyquan Thornton. I think has the top 3. I'm really shocked that Casey didn't go after a wide receiver in the draft. It was a heavy wide receiver draft, and they took one, I think, in like the 5th round. So it's just, I was sure that Casey would have grabbed a wide receiver in round 1 or round 2. I thought Tyson was originally going to be going to Casey. That's where I thought he was going to go. But then was it the Saints? They trade. I think did the Saints trade up to get him? I think they did, or they just reached for him where they were. But I wasn't expecting Tyson to go as early as he did. I thought he was going to fall toward wherever KC was, and maybe that's what KC was hoping for. But then when he went early, they just abandoned the wide receiver. I don't know. All right, so Matt's going to finish off his starters with that. And then we'll let William get his guy, and I think we'll just end the stream like that. All right, I'll just let William nominate his guy. I think William might have headed out. There we go, Matthew Golden. And then, yeah, I think, Ryan has something to say about that, huh? Sneaky. All right. Yeah, you too, Ryan. You must be itching to draft on Sunday, Monday there. All right. Okay. I think yeah, I'm just gonna let Rick here win Brissett, and I'm gonna end the stream there. So thanks a lot, guys, for showing up. Really appreciate it. If you guys ended up watching this whole thing, thank you guys. I really appreciate the support. We'll get a few more of these mock drafts going. I know there's been guys asking me all the time to get more of these going, so I'll try to maybe get another 1 or 2 before the season starts. I still got some other content that I want to pump out before the season starts as well. I'm hoping to start a Patreon relatively soon, guys. I want to get you guys my rankings. I'm gonna have some other like perks for you guys. You know, behind the scenes, early access to videos. There's gonna be a new app coming out relatively soon. The beta is already in production and being tested as we speak. It's going to be mostly just redraft and dynasty for this year, I think, and then next year we're going to pump out the contract aspect. I've been spearheading the contract division for that app, and so I'm really excited for that to come out eventually. It should be coming out next year, so be on the lookout for that, guys. I'm gonna be able to give you some early access to that probably. And so yeah, so stick around, guys. If you guys haven't subscribed already, subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. I really want to get the contract league community started, get it growing on YouTube, and I need you guys' help to do it. So if you guys can do that for me, that'd be phenomenal. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.